Okay, vertical seems to be working fine now. Let's launch the horizontal. I think we are live. Yes, and I think we are fully live. Let me confirm the sound. Vertical seems okay. Yeah, we are definitely fully live now. So we can start. Therefore, we can start. So, okay, for those that do not know, my name is Hightech, and on these live streams, I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, regarding 11 years of my experience. In between the lines, I explain what high-tech meme coin is and why you might be interested. And Jesus is king, and let's go. Let's turn on the recording. Quick, brief look. Is everything organized here? Okay, apparently it is. So let me share my screen with you. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions, of course, write me in the live chat. You will have to be subscribed to the channel in order to do so. I may maybe even inform only subscribers. Can right here. Okay. I think that should do the job. That should do the trick. Oh, and one more thing I didn't change enough. Now it's going to be okay. So as of now, SPYX keeps diving, right? The title of today's live stream is Bitcoin to 1K. Very dramatic, but you know what people click. People click fear and sensation. So SPYX keeps falling. SPYX is tokenized SPY, and SPY is a trust fund that reflects S&P 500, which is not trading yet because it's too early. I think it will start trading within the next 1 hour, maybe. Am I right? Yeah, around 1 hour or maybe 2 hours at most. And so this one gives us a glimpse into what is up, right? What is the sentiment behind the closed door so far? Not so closed anymore because when we go to SPY and we will see a pre-market price now, and I think it will be revealing that it wants to open lower than yesterday's close. So that should apply a little bit more of selling pressure to Bitcoin too. But as you see, oh, okay, yeah, as you see, it's lower. Pre-market price, this line here, this is the last price from the close, from yesterday's close and today. As you see, probably we will open lower. What comes as no surprise because, yesterday I told you if we close in red on Thursday, then probably Friday will be red too. And the rest of the week for crypto. And it embodified. It is embodifying, right? Because as you see, Bitcoin is diving lower. Remember where was my exit on Bitcoin? My exit was here. It was a lost trade. Nonetheless, here was my exit. It was a lost trade, nonetheless, and right now it's saving me money, right? It's very important to know where to cut your losses, where the plan has not worked out, and that's what my systems do. They calculate it for me. I don't have I got it with with full automation. Sorry, I just received the message and I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, nothing important apparently. Okay, so coming back to what we are dealing with. Sorry for that distraction. but I'm awaiting an important message, so that's why I bothered with checking it. So yeah, sub 100K once again. Everyone and their mother are saying we are starting a bear market, what makes it pretty much impossible to be the case. But definitely, whenever we revisit sub 100K levels, people are shaking, right? People are very, very fearful, and yeah, no wonder. At least on Binance, we are revisiting sub 100K. In the meantime, altcoins are not really doing that bad. KDA is pumping plus 78% for those that watch me only in vertical. You remember what I was saying about KDA? It's so beaten up it will have to pump. And it is pumping. It is pumping. Phil is doing quite well. Let me drag it over to the middle too. Oh my god, this one takes time. Dusk is pumping. Dusk actually gave me a double today. Let me show you. Because I trade Dusk. I mean, my systems trade Dusk. You see, plus 100% here. So the start was here, and it went all the way up. My double, my plus 100% take profit happened here, and I still remain in trade with 50% of the trade. So initial amount. So that's cool. And I expect it to keep going and going because look how low this chart is, right? It's very, very low. There's definitely a lot of room, even to the last local high, major local high. Still has plenty of space. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, of course, ask me in the live chat. But remember, you must be subscribed to the channel in order to be able to interact here. And those that are most active may receive an airdrop from me in form of my meme coin Hightech. And remember, my meme coin, I adopted it as the stock market of this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel, which is like 10 times bigger than this one. And whatever income I will get through those channels, I will be passing it through here. So yeah, or whatever business inquiry I get, it will have to walk through here, right? So that means the growth of this channel will translate over time to this tiny market here performing better and better, right? So whenever you decide to allocate something in here and you hear me talking, it means I talk just so your bug does better and better, or at least has better and better options. And then, over time, of course, it will be doing better and better. Well, yeah, that is why this is a very innovative approach. I haven't seen anyone doing something like this, so it's quite interesting. Yeah, FET is doing quite well, Storage is doing quite well, and let me show you how Phil is doing. I think it's Filecoin, although I'm not sure. This is not like I'm checking narrative of coins. I tend to tell you, yeah, it's here. Plus 17% as of now. It actually caught it late. My system caught it late. My algorithm caught it late. Nonetheless, don't judge a winner or the winner, whichever is correct. Okay, this one is far. This one pumped. This one pumped a lot, but not now. It came down. Oh, it pumped up to 50%. So nice. But again, when we look over on the weekly, is badly beaten up. So it's probably piercing first holes in the ceiling just to get out, and it's about to run parabolic. That's what I expect for the rest of this month. I expect the remaining part of this month to be violently bullish, violently, because most of the people give zero credibility to any claims about upcoming bull market, right? People have been so burned, so beaten up, lost so much money, mostly in the futures market, of course, not on the spot market. Although on spot market, as you see, you could lose quite a lot as well, practically all of it. But you would still remain with 1% or 2%, maybe even 5%. Unlike in the futures market. In the futures market, it got wiped out, wiped clean, very clean, literally down to zero. And Bitcoin for the last 24 hours, as we see, $294 million in liquidations, Ethereum $156 million in liquidations. Very, very nice. Don't trade on leverage because it will wipe you out sooner or later. You have zero argument of strength there. That's for the big boys. Let them play it themselves, in between them. And here on Bitcoin dominance, as you see, we are having a third red day in a row. That's very good. That's very good. I keep telling you guys that over 50%, you must be very cautious with however you want to play it, because this is not the price action chart. This is a dominance percentage dominance chart, and those were completely different at the time. Okay, maybe not completely different, but these are much more regular, let's say, than price charts. Because price chart can, for example, on price chart you can have a very, very strong uptrend, and if there is alignment of FOMO with fundamentals, it will be sustainable. But here, when it comes to dominance charts, the higher you are, the more obvious it is that it's not going to stay that way for a long time, because that's the nature of free market capitalism. It's very difficult to maintain dominance, high levels of dominance for extended period of time. So it will have to come down, of course, and especially in a space that dynamic as cryptos, as altcoins, blockchain. There's plenty of stuff going on right now. Together with AI, as AI actually makes it extremely unlikely for Bitcoin to stay in high levels of Bitcoin dominance much longer, because it helps in innovating, right? It speeds up the work, it speeds up the research. So right now we are moving at like 100x speed of what it used to be before 2022. Because I think it was, when was it, like around September? In 2022, ChatGPT got released. So yeah, guys, share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget about that part. And I see I do not have very good visibility today. I don't receive many views. Maybe it's because of the hour. I will live stream, of course, later today, as I always do. I live stream twice a day, or sometimes even thrice a day. So if you like this format, if you like my vibe, then obviously you should subscribe. Or if you want to track what's going on with Hightech meme coin, right? And by the way, if you have any questions regarding Hightech, feel free to ask, right? You can definitely hear my take, hear my answer. So yeah. The rest of the week probably will be more or less like that. So people will be fearful about what is up with Bitcoin, and it will not give pretty much anything nor to the bulls, nor to the bears. On my last live stream, I said probably will go sideways here for the rest of the week. And I also said sideways means plus minus 5% easily. You can assume, that range of movement. So that also includes below 100K levels. And so far we fell a little bit. This is just a very volatile market, so you must, learn how to look through those lenses of high volatility. Because otherwise, you will get scared way too early, you will get excited way too early, and so on, and you will be literally buying the tops and selling the bottoms, right? The whole trick here consists of learning what is price action noise and what is a real uptrend or a real downtrend. And when you have elevated probabilities of one or the other. So now the probabilities of a huge correction are extremely low. That does not mean it will not happen, because it still can happen. Once a blue moon, even if, let's say, all of the requirements are met, you still get a move, in the direction of lower probabilities. But it's just extremely unlikely, and this is not a good practice to follow low probabilities. Because, I don't know, once in 100 it will play out fine, but 99% of time it will get you wrecked. Right? So that's why, yeah, I definitely, I'm 100% convinced you should not be betting on market collapsing anytime soon, because the sentiment is just too bad. It's absolutely terrible. Crypto fear and greed index is what, at 21? Come on. Everyone is saying this is a beginning of bear market. It makes no sense. Bear market never started like this in any market. Okay, let's take a look what we've got next. So probably if SPY and S&P opens lower, that will give us a little bit more of push down. So we may go like below 98, probably, maybe even 97. And if it recovers, of course, we will start to recover too. Altcoins may completely ignore what Bitcoin is doing, because for now, looks like they are so oversold they do not care anymore. Let's take a look at the daily here. Yeah, so far this daily is green. Right now we bounced from $245 billion level, as you see, but the daily is still in green, so that's good. So now probably the altcoin market is a little bit afraid of how TradFi will influence Bitcoin and how that one will translate to selling pressure on the altcoin market. But why when market is oversold is very important, because that means that translates to no one even having the asset that is willing to sell, right? So once, later today the market discovers, oh, okay, so even though Bitcoin is going lower, in the altcoin market there is just not enough of people price anymore. So the system, the analysts, they can realize, okay, so we are stronger now, we can allocate, we are safe, and we have a solid ground to stomp on, and this could be a very, very good platform for a greater move upwards. If that's the case, then yeah, altcoins will perform very nicely throughout the weekend, and it will be in a sustainable way. meaning that on Monday we will not see completely a complete extinction of those. So yeah, guys, share, like, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know in the live chat. So it's very nice when I see interaction from live chat side, from the viewer side. I see these hours, but I must actually review what hours are best because I have already made many of those live streams and I haven't done the homework. I must review what hours are the best when I get the most views and then just stick to those to that time. At least the connection is stable and is not cutting me off. Okay, let's take a look at X. What people are saying. It's over for Bitcoin. See you all in 4 years. You see, and this guy is a big account here, 402K. Okay. Dr. Profit, he's also a doomer now. Who took the big short with me between 115K and 125K and still holding? Let me remind you that we are in a bear market. It's not a correction. We will hold the short till 60, 70K region is hit. You see another big account. This guy is 445K, almost 446. So yeah, it never happens like this. 20% from the top. Nobody ever guessed a bear market. The bear market is something that you can look back and see, oh, okay, so now it's the bear market, but it's way too late to actually do anything and make any use of it. Anyone who says we are starting a bear market, if a bear market happens, which is very, like I said, it's extremely unlikely that's the case, given the sentiment and given the nature of how finance and speculation sorry. Question: if we are really heading into a bear market, what's your strategy? You see another guy suggesting a bear market. James Wynn, elites like to think they are in charge, believing they will become eternal. I don't know what elites he's talking about. Bitcoin Archive. I think we need another New Year's Eve 100K party. Yeah. Altcoin Daily was suggesting that Michael Saylor is going to have another 100K party at the New Year's Eve. Alex Thorne, a poor man with kids is richer than a rich man with none. Kinda true. You realize that when you get kids. Atlas, I would bet over 90% of us have no clue what the fuck we're doing. Yeah, that's true. 99%. 99% in here, they have zero clue what they are doing, what they should be doing. It takes quite a lot of homework to realize what works, what not, and what is actually happening, how all of it is constructed. Vivek Sen, like if you are not selling Bitcoin, my system's already sold, so I guess I'm not allowed to give him a like. Illusion X, the run to 108K has begun, started buying here to 90, TP 180K. I maintain what I've been saying. I'll be very surprised if we don't see 150K this year. Very, very surprised. Luke Belmar built a business online so you can have location and time freedom. This is not about getting rich, it's about having the freedom to do what you want. Yeah, but not everyone can have an online business. Someone has to do the actual work. So why am I having someone like this on my timeline? Now let me block her or mute her because this is not what I need for this channel. Rami Al Hashimi says, I can handle dumps, but when I see manipulation like this, it really makes me feel tired of crypto. So he's overinvested. If he is losing patience, he's overinvested, he's losing too much. Why am I getting some stupid chicks on my timeline? Leshka. Bitcoin death cross just confirmed. don't trust that, because depending on time frame, I mean, the hit rate of those death crosses or golden crosses, the hit rate is very 50-50. Once it works, another time it doesn't work. And this one, for example, since the long moving average is pointing up, statistically it means this is not a real death cross, because the slow moving average, I said the long one, I meant actually the slow moving average would have to be pointed downwards if we wanted high probabilities and let's confirmation. Bitcoin is dumping hard ahead of the Fed's urgent announcement. Binance is selling BTC, Wintermute is selling BTC, BlackRock is selling BTC. In just 2 hours, they've dumped over 1.5 billion and still saying more every minute. Too much manipulation. It's not Binance, it's their users. Wintermute may be selling, and BlackRock is the same as with Binance. Is their users, their customers are selling. Whenever someone is writing posts like this one, just unsubscribe them, unfollow, because they are of no value. They do not feed you correct information. They just want you to follow the sentiment they want to create. This guy is probably short right now, and that's why he's posting like that, because he believes it will fuel up his short. Meanwhile, it's literally the other way around, that people are that stupid. Joshua Jake said, today I was offered 1 Bitcoin to sell my account. I said no. Did I make a mistake? It depends. You're talking, Bitcoin just broke below 100,000 again. The guy is worried. But I'm getting more and more buy signals on altcoins. More and more. That's a good sign, of course. Let me see last hour, how last hour looks like. Last hour is a little bit red. But FET is doing quite well throughout last hour. Dusk already gave me a double, so now I have no pressure for it to do anything for quite a while. Let me refresh it. PERP is plus 50. I used to trade PERP, but Binance said they're delisting it, so I took it off. PHA is performing, and I know I have PHA in a trade, but I'm not sure where I got the entry. Is it in profit already or not yet? No, okay, it was this one. Okay, I forgot, sorry. I was showing it here, okay. So it's a slight profit. It went up crazy. Now it came down and it's in slight profit. Well, probably it will continue. Like a deviation from the uptrend. Over excitement here was visible And yeah, usually things like that happen at early in a greater uptrend. Some smaller pumps before the big pumps come. So no grudge, no grudge. Okay, guys, allow me to wrap it up right here. Tofiki Hidayat says, "Hi, bro. Hi, man. If you have any questions, okay, I'll since there is someone in the live chat, let me stay slightly long. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Tofik Hidayat. My God, what a name. Where are you from, man? It's a little bit difficult to pronounce. I got some notifications. Nothing important. I am 18 years old and run up 500 into 74.6 million. Ask me anything. That's of course a lie. That's of course a lie. That's nothing else but engagement farming, right? This is also engagement farming. Whoever needs over 1,000 new friends, just say hi. Let's grow together now. Same thing. So yeah. Taufik Hidayat, BTC bro, Indonesia bro. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin probably will go sideways for the rest of the week. It can still go slightly lower. It will probably. I mean that the odds for Bitcoin crashing from here, like in a big manner, are very low. It will probably, with its class of volatility, it will go sideways. Here, I mean, it can go up or down 5%. That's a range you must always assume when you think about Bitcoin. That's a perfectly normal, let's say, range of movement for it when it goes sideways. Plus minus 5% for Bitcoin is sideways. For those that do not know, for those that are new here, I've been here for 11 years already, so you can trust me. Price levels do not really mean that much anymore at this point since the sentiment is so low. The rebounds will be twice or thrice or even stronger than that because of how low the sentiment is. It means most of the people that were to sell already sold. So there is the only source of selling pressure right now can come from futures market, where market makers swipe the liquidity, and depending on what derivatives exchanges they trade, some derivatives exchanges, if, for example, if you short Bitcoin, you must have Bitcoin. So then when your shorts play out, you earn in Bitcoin. So that is how market makers can acquire more Bitcoin, dumping the market, and then redirect those funds to keep dumping the Bitcoin. If it's in their interest, but at some point they will wipe out all of the liquidity from futures market, and there will be literally no source of more Bitcoin, right? And the greater liquidations we see, for example, on CoinGlass, the less of that money retail feeds them, right? Because here, all the only people that get liquidated here are retailers. Market makers, they do not get liquidated. And if they get, by some accident, they have almost unlimited lending available, right? They can lend whatever amount of money whenever they need. That's how it works. So, and that's why I keep repeating to you: do not trade on leverage market. Do not trade on futures market, because you have zero chance in the long term there. Yeah, you can have some lucky strike lasting quite a while, sometimes even, but sooner or later you will crash against the wall with MM on it written. with label. MM stands for market maker. So Tofiki Dayat says target, bro. Look, whenever someone gives you a target, you can easily unsubscribe them because it's just guessing. It's just guessing. I can tell you in the big picture what will happen here, and what will happen here is at some point, maybe around here or maybe slightly lower, this will violently rebound and move higher. Why? Because Bitcoin does literally the same throughout this whole bull market. Literally the same it does, with slightly different angles, but the same. So right now is repeating once more. Same stuff it's been doing for the whole bull market. And every single time when we were just about to break down, the sentiment was, it's all over. Right? Here. Everyone and their mother, they were like, okay, it's all over. We are done. We are about to see a bear market. Good game, everyone. Come over to a grill this weekend. To barbecue at my place this weekend, right? And so on. That kind of a talk. So people were just waving goodbye to crypto at those occasions. And as you see, not even once it played out positive. It did not play out the way they thought it was going to play out. Why? Because in order for it to play out, we need a positive sentiment here. The moment we see this formation and the sentiment at this stage is positive, okay, that means we are going lower. If it's negative, no chance. There is zero chance. Tofik Hidayat says, thanks for the update, bro. No worries. So yeah, guys, share, like, and subscribe. I'm wrapping it up right here, and I will be live streaming sometime later today. We'll see how things develop when the TradFi opens, and how strongly it will influence the Bitcoin market, how altcoins will react to it. So yeah, today will probably be quite a day. So thank you for your time, guys, and I see you sometime later today.